And the game award goes to Umamusume, Pretty Derby.
It is a tremendous honor to receive this amazing award.
Hello and welcome to another rendition of Untitled KKP Show, the show where we talk about video games in Malaysia and I guess worldwide since it's accessible everywhere else. And we just talk about it while not figuring out what to call our show. I'm your host, Mr. Toffee, Jonathan Toyat. And yeah, let's just talk about the Game Awards that happened on Friday, the 12th of December. In the morning, at least for us. It happened in the US in 11 different time zones and everything. So let's just talk about our favorite, well, my favorite moments of the show itself. Like, there's actually a couple of them I do enjoy. I mean, I guess we could start with the overall show. It is alright. True, there was a bit of pacing issues, and a lot of awards were rushed, just like the last few and everything, but hey, you know what? I'm happy that a relatively new studio that deserves all its accolades, Sandfall Interactive, got all the awards it needed. Although maybe they could ease up giving, all of it, most of it to them. I think they won about 8 or 9 awards. Like, that's basically a French sweep, which is, not unheard of, because the last time there was a sweep, that was for Baldur's Gate 3 in 2023, and also The Last of Us Part 2, which also won quite a number of awards. So, an indie studio like Sandfall Interactive for Clair Obscur, studio, I think only at 30 plus people, got everything sorted out and they're getting all the acclaim for it. So this is really good news for them. So congrats to the developers, the producers, the developers, the story writers. Good job for Jennifer English for winning the VO award, although the people that kind of won are actually from a game called Dispatch. That's one game. Actually, there are two games that got robbed for me in the award show itself. Luminous Arise and Dispatch. Dispatch, even though it got nominated, did not win the award it needed. And yeah, Luminous Arise wasn't even in for, I guess, the best graphics and best sound or even audio design, because that game is phenomenal in terms of its audio work and everything. It's a simple puzzle game, but I won't say super complicated, but it's also not easy either. And it's also very addictive to play through in short spurts with the music and everything. Hell, I even still play it to this day, just taking a break from other games that I'm reviewing and checking out, which I'll probably talk about in this show or not. I'm just going to keep this part short, because in another few minutes I have another recording. So I'm just going to go through this. I guess you could say it's the top 5 things I like. I'm going to try to keep it, or maybe just a few. I mean, I've actually there are quite a number that I want to go through. First up, Star Wars Fate of the Old Republic announced with the trailer, everything. When you get to see that lady who walked out of the spaceship, had the lightsaber sound come out, and then you get to see the light and the dark side. I think that trailer speaks volume. I mean, not gameplay, but still, it's a nice announcement to make, and it's from Casey Hudson's new studio. Casey Hudson's the guy who did KOTOR back in the day and the Mass Effect series back in the day. That's the Old Republic was good because of people like him, writers, directors, and whatnot. So to have him in the mix for probably the third and final Old Republic Star Wars game would be pretty awesome. As to how the gameplay will be like, I don't think it's going to be any different from Part 1 and Part 2. Maybe, okay, I guess combat will still be real-time. Maybe you can pause in the middle of it. I'd rather it not be turn-based, like how Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 become Baldur's Gate 3, where it's turn-based. But if that change happens, I'm not going to say no to that. I mean, I want to see how the next KOTOR story goes, especially Star Wars in that particular universe with the Mandalorians and the Darth Revan and all that other cool Jedi Sith awesomeness happening around that period would actually pan out. That would be really good. So yeah, it's long awaited. I think it's been like 20 years? 20? I want to say 30? Probably 20. It's not that long. 20 years. Yeah, so good. Trailer shows that it's in existence. We're probably going to hear about it in the next 3 years. These games. I'm a bit worried considering that Casey Hudson's studio, I forgot what the name was, was the last game they made was cancelled last year, so maybe this would be the game that actually replaced it, or the cancelled game morphed to becoming Fate of the Old Republic, and I'm not sure how the licensing would go this time around. It says LucasArts at the bottom, and all this other stuff, Lucasfilm and everything at the credits. So it's like a new studio handling Star Wars Fate of the Old Republic. We don't know who the publisher is. I could have sworn EA was handling Star Wars games, or is it Ubisoft? But I guess it's our free reign now that it's under Disney, right? So we're gonna have like a Lucasfilm brand handling all the games. That could work out. So interesting stuff. We also got an Ace Combat announcement. Ace Combat 8, Wings of Thief. Yeah, so it's apparently a prequel to Ace Combat 3, after 7 but before part 3. And you are a guy stranded on a boat, and you gotta go join this militia that picked you up. You're on the ship, and then you got planes, and you gotta basically be the Wings of Thief and, fight for freedom and stuff against the government who have their own arsenal of planes and shit. So, looks really good. I mean, again, not gameplay, but it's a good announcement, and it's not going to be any different from Ace Combat 7 in terms of gameplay and mechanics, but maybe a few changes in storyline, and probably going to be awesome music like with all Ace Combat games. So, it's a good announcement. What else we got? Street Fighter trailer. So they announced the release date of the Street Fighter 2026 movie, 16 October 2026. They showed like a really short trailer of all the characters in their video game accurate gear and outfit. 50 Cent as Balrog, Roman Reigns as Akuma, Jason Momoa as Blanca, Cody Rhodes as Guile with the hair and everything. So it's insane how it looks, and it's going to be campy, and I think it's going to be a possible trash fire. Is 50-50 on that note. I need to see a trailer that shows the jokes and everything and how the fights are done and whatnot. But they got the look. As accurate and comic booky as it is, it's right. It feels right. It feels campy. It's reveling in the campness. I mean, the storyline of Street Fighter is already insane enough as it is. Come on, you got a guy who got stranded in Brazil, turns green and has orange hair, gets lightning powers from electric eels. Apparently staying in the Amazon makes you turn to green and shit. So people throwing fireballs. You've got like a guy who was a supposed a murder fist guy killer who has not murdered anyone in the cast as of now. So oh man, it's crazy stuff. And you got like a bad guy who actually changes to different bodies and whatnot, and he gets skinnier as each iteration goes, or kind of slim muscular, because he was fat big muscular and then becomes slim muscular, and then in Street Fighter 5 he becomes like this a completely slightly different fighting style, but same but different sort of thing. So you got this is insane freaking universe, and I'm all for the campiness. If they can translate it to real life and live adaptation form, it's going to be entertaining. Whether it's good or bad, I don't know. Probably on the bad side, but again, we'll find out in October. But I'm looking forward to this madness, definitely. We also have 2 Tomb Raider games being announced. One's called Tomb Raider Catalyst, which is a 2027 title, both from Crystal Dynamics, and the other one is a full-blown remake of the first game. It's Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis, which is going to be a remake that's coming out in 2026. This is the second remake they've done, I recall. So the first one was Tomb Raider Anniversary. Lara Croft, the main character with the 2 guns, the same blue, is it a tank top? Sleeveless tank top? Sleeveless singlet, I guess, with the brown pants and the brown pants. Guns akimbo, killing dinosaurs in Anniversary. This one, Legacy of Atlantis, is going to be the exact same thing, but looks nicer. Probably more puzzles being put in, and you'll still be fighting dinosaurs, wolves, bears, giant statues. Yeah, bring in the madness. As for Tomb Raider Catalyst, there hasn't been a presser that came out yet. It's just going to be a follow-up to all the previous Tomb Raiders from part 1 to part 4. So, gonna be a good follow-up. So hopefully we'll fight more dinosaurs and other strange monsters and beasties while grave robbing different cultures and whatnot. Cool stuff. So it's good that Crystal Dynamics is busy, considering the issue they've had with Embracer and everything else that surrounded it, more or less. Phantom Blade Zero has a release date, the 9th of September 2026. Really, really good. A late announcement date. The game looks almost done, but maybe the Chinese developers, they are doing their best to make it as good as possible, or maybe they have new like levels or new bosses they haven't revealed yet. So this would be pretty good. So take the time you need. I mean, 9th September is a good wait, and it's a good time to play these kind of games. So yeah. Bradley the Badger looks pretty interesting. It's a game created by the director who did Mario X Rabbids for Nintendo. He left Ubisoft and formed his own studio with a bunch of other people. So it is a 3D platformer initially. You control Bradley the Badger. He jumps into different genres of games. Adventure, mystery, action, whatnot. Real life stuff. Different aesthetics, gameplay. That would be very interesting to watch. I like the concept of the trailer itself as it is. It's very interesting. It goes from very bright and lush to something really dark and serious. It's gonna be one of those games where you go through different genres. It could be a shooter. I mean, mostly platforming and moving around in the 3D space, but they're gonna change it up, that's for sure. So that would be pretty good. Change it up in the sense of maybe it might be a first-person shooter, might be a serious game, might be like a adventure game, point and click, a mystery game, even horror. Horror will be like a no-brainer per se to touch. And maybe I'll just touch on a couple more. Diablo 4, Blizzard announced the next expansion for Diablo 4, which is Diablo 4 Lords of Hatred. It basically introduces the Paladin and an extra mystery class. You're going to be fighting on a new island, and you're going to be fighting Mephisto, and a bunch of new endgame stuff pops in. So it's basically the second half of the Vessel of Hatred expansion. So it just feels like a Sonic 3 and Knuckles kind of deal where we have this big expansion. Let's just split it to two because we don't have enough content between that release date last year to now, or even later next year. So the release date for Lords of Hatred is 28 April 2026. If you pre-order the game now, you get to play the Paladin right now as we speak. I actually got in to check out the Paladin. He plays really good. He reminds me a bit. It's basically a hybrid of Crusader in Diablo 3 and the Aura Paladin in Diablo 2. Except in Diablo 4's engine, where things come out pretty fast, but not, machine gun fast like in D3. It's a little more methodical. You got like 4 oaths you can pick to change up your playstyles. You can switch them up anytime depending on your playstyle. You can, for example, I've just picked the ones I picked. So Justice, the Judgment, the Justice Oath of Judgment lets you mark enemies, judge them, and then they'll take damage. And then when you use a particular attack to hit them, they explode into Judgment Light power, like Judgment Light shit. So you tag them and then you hit them. That's really interesting. So you can make great builds around that. There are even legendaries that came out in this early access DLC. This access to complement this season of Diablo 4 and the Paladin as well. Second playstyle would be Fervor. You keep attacking or so. You keep a meter going and then you deal more damage. So faster you keep attacking. And I guess my favorite would be Disciple. So basically when you're a Disciple, when you have a skill that has a cooldown, you become an Arbiter. You turn into an Arbiter temporarily. It's different forms. So when you're an Arbiter, you're faster, you deal more damage. Your dodge is a special Angelic Leap. And you can do a lot of things with that. There are actually legendaries that affect what your Angelic Leap would do. And if you're in a particular state, if you're in the Arbiter state, you deal more damage. Some equipment will let you deal more damage or have more resistances when you're in that state. But it's only temporary. It only takes you like 4 or 5 seconds. There is an ultimate that let you change and stay in Arbiter form for like longer than usual. But when you have certain moves that are in the Disciple mode, when you level up and you allocate the skill points, when that move is in the cooldown, you pull it off, say, I do, the dive kick, what's it called? The Holy Leap. Is it the Holy Leap? Falling Star. When you jump up, you jump down, and then when the cooldown happens, you are in Arbiter form for 4 or 5 seconds. You can actually prolong that by doing another Falling Star or doing another Disciple ability. So there's a lot of tricky shit you can do with that, where you can chain moves so you can stay in Arbiter form forever, become a bit more powerful, and then that will help boost your basic or core skills. So that's a really cool playstyle, basically. And of course, you've got the whole help your party out by applying passive auras, you can put skill points in different auras, and you can have them attack faster or heal better or have better defense or have higher critical rates and critical chances. Different auras for different styles of fights, they affect your party and yourself. When you have it passively on your active skill bar at the bottom, it is a passive already. And when you cast it as an active skill, you get temporary boosts and bonuses that help out the passive that was already applied to it. So if you basically have a critical strike rate increase in one of the auras, you activate it, you get more attack boost, or you even move faster, or just get more high critical rate. Yeah, so you can do a lot of cool stuff with that. You can even just have your paladin just have nothing but auras, and then you have one core skill that you can activate on the fly. That's also pretty cool. So it's not super complicated, but it's also not brain dead. Unless you get the items you need, then it can get pretty brain dead when you get a Torment 3 or 4, when you get the ancestrals and uniques that you need to farm mythics. So all in all, I'm enjoying it. It's good that you can pay for it now, and then you can worry about getting the update on April the 28th, and you can play a brand new stage, also playtest a new class and everything. Interesting stuff, yeah. Alright, two more things. Pragmata, that really awesome shooter puzzle title from Capcom, is getting a release date, 24th April 2026, and the demo is already out right now for PC. I think the PlayStation and Xbox demo will be out later. Showcase a new stage. I guess it's in like a cinema kind of area. You fight a giant robot, and you got like a heart-to-heart scene between your main character, the astronaut, and Diana, the little girl robot who helps you out. So she still hacks and everything. I think they need to make the gameplay is really good. I've actually played this during Tokyo Game Show. It's really, really good stuff. Gonna be one of those underrated hits like what the fuck was that puzzle game? The one with the Capcom did this RTS game with the puzzles and shit that didn't do so well. I think Pragmata might be that kind of title. It's niche, it might be underrated, and then people will love it. I mean, it'll be a critical darling, but I don't think people are gonna buy this game, go out their way to buy a new IP. They'd rather just go play Resident Evil, which they revealed Leon to be the next character to play in the game. So half of the game will be Grace, the other half will be Leon, and it'll be combined together and whatnot, back and forth. Pragmata will be the more interesting title next to Onimusha. So Pragmata has a release date, 24th April. Looking forward to it. I really hope it does alright. Capcom is doing okay. They're not terrible. They're doing alright. So, especially Street Fighter 6 is doing really, really well. So with Pragmata coming up, I think it's like a new era of Capcom where they're making new IPs and they're making them work, hopefully. So, looking forward to that. Speaking of Capcom, Mega Man Dual Override has been announced. It's the second last announcement before Jeff Keighley, the game show, announced High Guard, a PvP game from the ex-makers of Apex Legends and Titanfall 3. It's really cool, that latter title, PvP shooter with fantasy magic guns and horses you can ride on. People didn't seem to like that gameplay trailer. Maybe they thought that shouldn't be the last reveal. Yeah, the Mega Man game should have been the last reveal. That little orchestra playing leading up to Mega Man. It was a Mega Man 2 Wily Stage 1. It led to that leitmotif, and then you get to see gameplay of Mega Man Dual Override with the release date of 2027. So take all the time you need. And there's also a Mega Man Create a Character contest. You get to create a Robot Master. It goes on from now until the 1st of January, PST time. So you have all the time you need to create the Robot Master. Just one, put it up on Twitter, use the appropriate hashtags, follow the Mega Man Twitter page. And yeah, you should take a hand at it. It's a really cool way to showcase your artwork and your love for Mega Man. And for me, this is probably the big announcement right there as a big Mega Man fan. As someone who really has followed the series from part 1 all the way to X8. And Mega Man 11, of course. That was the last good Mega Man game. But I do want an X. I'm Beverly Zero and ZX. I could use a conclusion to ZX because that game ended on a cliffhanger. But at the same time, it's good to have Mega Man back. The original Blue Bumper, rock. And having 8 Robot Masters. The dual gear system in the last game, Mega Man 11, was great. So hopefully they can expand upon that in this one. have more creative robot masters. I think they've already exhausted a lot from part 1 to 11, and also counting the Mega Man 5 on the Mega Man V on the Game Boy, the one with all the planet robots. So really, really cool stuff. It's just a few clips of gameplay. It's still 2D. Mega Man looks different. It looks a bit more proportionate, like in Mega Man 8. I really like that look. And yes, I can't wait to hear more, which there'll probably be a demo of this at Tokyo Game Show or Summer Games Fest. I believe you're gonna have more reveals in the coming months or so. Coming in the next 6, 7, 8, 9 months, going to September. So this will be pretty good. Yeah, so I would give, I guess among all the announcements, Mega Man Dual Override's the one that I am looking forward to. So yeah, let's hop to it, Capcom. This probably next year and the year after is gonna be the years of Capcom. So alright, that's it. So I'm going to be doing a bunch of other recording in the next few days. That's all I'm going to be doing. Going to have some year-end stuff going on. That's pretty much our updates. So stay tuned to our Twitter page, our YouTube, and on our website. Do subscribe to us. Kakucho Parade on YouTube. Subscribe to us. Thanks again for subscribing to us. We got 100k plus subscribers. Awesome stuff. We're going to keep doing this awesome content for you guys. Whether it's subbed up videos or commentary videos like this now, reviewing the Game Awards and everything. So I gave this a really good showing, 70 out of 100. Got some issues here and there, but I got the announcements I want. So yeah, and the good company won. Congratulations Sandfall for getting all the awards and everything. So yay, awesome stuff. Alright, and that's it from me, Mr. Toffee, signing out. Bye bye.
Boom!